Real talk right up in the house today. That's right, man. It's Rudy Hill right here, holding it down once again in the Motor City and around the world, cruising with my homies. That's right, on Real Talk. Of course, I must be talking about the legendary referee from ECW, XICW, the booker of international big-time wrestling, multiple Hall of Fame award-winning Mr. A.T. Huck is in the building. What up, Huck?
Wow. What accolades you laid down, man. But, yeah, it's good to be back here with you, Rudy. We got a lot to talk about, man. We've been having some really good shows, man.
Man, it's a lot of good stuff happening. And you know what? It's all happening because we happen to have in the booth who is also one of the co-hosts, if you will, of Real Talk. I'm talking about the realest in the room, the one and only Bobby Roxxx in the house. What's up, Bobby?
What's up? And thank you, Rudy. That was a wonderful introduction.
You know, hey, man, you know, I got to lay it down, man. And you know what? I'm feeling good in the neighborhood.
You know, Rudy's the ultimate hype man, though.
For sure.
Man, I've seen him command the stage like none other.
I
give you your props, man.
Thank you,
know,
brother.
do
Thank
a
you.
really great job out there. I like that.
I really appreciate that. You know, everyone's blessed with a gift, and my gift is for Gab.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Fortunately, I've been lucky to produce a lot of interviews that he's done with people, and I've watched him really wow some people with, you know, his knowledge and how he can build them up there at the introduction. He's good at that.
Man, you guys got me over here blushing, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You know what? There's a couple things that's been on my mind, and you know, I was watching recently, fellas.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary on VIP passes.
VIP passes.
For concerts.
Concerts.
To
Specifically
meet your
concerts.
favorite.
Meet and greets.
Meet and greets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on YouTube. And it wasn't really that good, so I wouldn't really recommend it. But you can check it out if you like. But it really made me think, you know, because here these young ladies in Chicago were going to the New Kids on the Block concert a couple years back, and so they got the VIP meet and greet with the band, which was, you ain't even gonna believe this when I say it, $750 per person.
Oh, my God. Are they still that popular? They're that popular still.
They sold out.
Or is that like back footage?
No, this is a couple years ago.
Just a couple years.
Yeah,
you did say that.
Yeah,
Just a
their
couple years
reunion
ago.
tours are sellouts everywhere, man. You know, for real. I mean, I know people who love to go see them. You know, and they're not bad entertainers, by the way. Anyways, $750, and guess what? They got you. They got you a total of 3 minutes in that dressing room.
3 minutes.
So they could snap a photo and then say hi.
And then sign an autograph,
and then see ya.
On to the next one.
Like, wow.
Wow.
And my daughter, Silvana, she got burned a couple years ago by what's his name? 6ix9ine. Is that his name?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, that piece of shit. She drove to Grand Rapids for the concert, and she got the VIP for $200.
Oh, wow.
I'm like,
I don't even know who this dude is, but go ahead.
So anywho, so he decides after the concert he's leaving. He ain't doing the meet and greets. Okay, so my daughter's like, so what's up with the refund?
Money, right?
And they're like, you see, it said no refunds.
Oh no, man! They just ran a job on them.
They just ran a job on 200 kids.
Wow, that's dirty.
200 kids were
That's
in line
dirty.
for that.
Well,
Yes.
I believe it from a guy who was a snitch. I mean, he got involved with some gangs. He snitched on them. He had to go into hiding for a while.
Yeah.
You know, let's.
Okay,
POS.
and now let me also say this. You know, a couple weeks back, I went and seen Esham, you know, let me tell you something. You want to talk about a cat who is fucking down to earth, loves his fans so much he wouldn't dare charge them to meet him, is Esham Smith. And I sat there and I watched that man go through thousands of people, it seemed like. The place was packed out. Packed out. And his line never stopped. And he took every second to talk.
Well, each one of them.
And I got to tell you something, man. You know, I love this Esham.
Mm-hmm.
This Esham is the man. He's so full of positivity and love. And, man, kudos to the band. They kicked ass. But the thing is, and I told E, I said, E, man, you know, you're really good to your fans. He's like, man, Rudy, look what I get to do, man. Look what I get to do.
Yeah, when I saw him last year, I saw him in concert. I guess you were there, or did you miss him that time? I thought it was a time you missed in Hamtramck.
No, I was there.
You were there, but with his live
the live band.
Oh
yeah.
man, it was
Oh,
great.
my goodness,
Man, Esham is so underrated.
he most certainly
So underrated.
is,
Worldwide, he
man.
should be recognized.
My thoughts are, you know, like way back when I was still married, me and my ex-wife, we went to see Jaheim.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about 2001, maybe 2003, something like that. Anyways, we went to see him at the Fillmore. And something I never heard in my life, I heard that night at intermission when the MC came out and said, ladies and gentlemen, tonight only, go to the merchandise booth and purchase your ticket for a meet and greet with Jaheim for $50.
Mm-hmm.
Now, $50 back then was a lot of money.
And they said, a lot of money now to me.
Yo, and they said only the first 1,000. Only the first 1,000 get in.
Yeah.
They sold out in 5 minutes. And then I remember going back to Psychopathic and telling ICP and Twisted and all them, bro, I can't believe what I just fucking, I can't believe it. People charging to meet their fans?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that, boys?
Man, you know what?
Would you pay this to meet an artist?
No, not me. No, I wouldn't. I can see people paying for a signed picture or something at a convention, things like that. But just to specifically go into a room to meet somebody, no, I wouldn't.
Right.
But obviously, there's a market for it.
These
people are making some money.
I came up from a time when that was used as a promotional tool and it wasn't used as a sales tool.
Yeah.
And I honestly think, and I said back then, that when you go to these meet and greets and you meet the artist, you go from liking their music to being a fan. Like you're like into
Right.
it. And
Yeah.
and when you don't charge and you meet 1,000, you create that's I'm not saying that's the whole formula to the obsession with like the Juggalos or even like Black Sabbath. They got hardcore fans.
Indeed.
But it is part of it. When they do those promotional tours and they meet and shake thousands of fans in every city, those aren't people who like their music. Those are people who are crazy for it because they're like, I just met him there.
Connection. It's like the old days of meet and greets at the record stores.
Yeah.
And Psychopathic Records just didn't have a table and 2 chairs for ICP. Hell no, they built a fun house inside of the record stores.
Oh, wow.
And just being creative for their fans.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's why some almost 40 years later, they're still in the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
You like it or not, those guys will always be a part of pop culture.
Right.
To the fullest.
And I think some of these people they have some people who like their music, but they're trying to overcharge. They probably get 5 to 10 or 15 people who are going to pay $750. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got more. I don't know.
But you know what?
The
way things are now,
the
way things are now, they're gonna try to find a way to monetize something if they can.
The new kids on the block,
if people are paying it, they ain't gonna stop doing it. They're not gonna stop doing it if they gonna make money. That's just how it is now.
When Carlito was young, about 9 years old, I took him to see a band that he really liked a lot, called L.A. Guns.
Mm-hmm. Heard of them.
Yep. 9 years old, he got a good photo with the, Phil Lewis, the lead singer. Then when he was 13 years old, got the same picture with him. And now the guy's like, man, you're that little kid that was here. And they're like, yeah, man. And the thing is that, now, up until, I don't know, maybe right before the pandemic, these guys would come to town and they would just, hey, man, right before the show, man, we were doing a free meet and greet, Very cool, Very smart, like you said, because we became diehard LA Guns fans. But now, when they're coming to Wyandotte, Michigan, in the next couple weeks with Tom Kiefer and Cinderella, gonna be a great show. Their meet and greet now is $75.
Wow.
Because someone said, you guys should do this. You guys should charge. You're missing out.
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just how it is now. If they can monetize something, they're going to do it.
It's unreal. It really is. And,
it takes away from the magic for sure. I mean, it's like...
But things are changing so rapidly, and good grief, everything is different.
But I agree
now,
with you, Huck, though. If you're in a convention setting, a comic convention or wrestling or whatever you are.
And everybody has their table all lined up.
Exactly. And that's
what
they know what they're doing.
There for.
Right.
Exactly. Right. The fans know that. They don't expect to go to a comic book convention and not pay for an autograph.
Right.
It's just how,
a lot of those
works.
guys are cool and will still talk to you.
Yeah, they still talk to you. It's not like you got a certain amount of time.
And that's sometimes all people want. They might have to stand by their guns and not be able to take a picture with you.
Right.
But they will give you the time of day. I've been at a lot of them.
I mean, one time I'm into the comic book part of it, but I saw an artist that I really like. And he's sitting there at the table by himself just drawing, and we talked for about 5 minutes, about his artwork and how I appreciate it. Yeah. And Brandon was really young and got to meet him, So, and that didn't cost me nothing.
Right, right. I had a bad encounter once at Motor City Comic Con about 25 years.
Oops, you okay? There you go. You got it.
Look at that, man. Look at that. Hey. Great equipment here. But about 25 years ago, I was at the Motor City Comic Con. And the lady who was in Saturday Night Fever, the snotty bitch.
Saturday Night Fever?
Yeah, she was all the bougie and shit.
I can't think of who she is.
She danced with her at the end of the movie.
I just can't picture her, though. I know the little short one that he was dancing with.
Right, that's Donna Pasco.
Right, I
I
can't
her,
think
man.
of the other woman though.
Anyways,
anyways,
so she had, it was like $50 to whatever, get a picture and autograph or whatever. So I just simply went up and I was like, hey, I'm looking at the merch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, I just would like to tell you, the way you and John Travolta danced was like watching magic float. It was beautiful. One of the most beautiful things I ever seen. And this trick, she just ignored the shit out of me.
Oh, really? She kayfabed you.
She kayfabed the shit out of me, walked away, man.
Wow.
I was like,
wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got one for you, Rudy. I was at Comic-Con and forgot who I was there with. Maybe Steve Nixon, but I got a story about him too. And Vivica Fox is standing there.
Oh, no.
And I looked at her and she looked at me. Dude, I fucking choked. I didn't even go say anything to her. I was that struck. And I've never been starstruck before. And Vivica Fox, it's like, wow. And I was like, I totally choked on that one, man. If I ever go back, I'm going to tell her that story. I'm going to say something to her this time. With the other story, Nixon, we were at Comic-Con, and what's his name? Tia Carrera.
Oh, yeah, from Wayne's World.
Right, and
hot chick.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, too. I can't think of the name of it. But she's a villain in that. And then she was on the M&M commercials. But anyway, she's sitting there, and Steve's been standing.
And in my dreams.
And in my dreams. Steve's standing there and anticipating going to see Tia Carrera. And Steve could be a little weird, like. So he started doing his hands, that sinister hand motion, that looks like a fly. And he got up to her, and she was like, looked at him, and she was like, what was that all about? And she was like, what? And she started doing like this with her hands.
Oh
man, that shit was so funny. Because he was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to see.
Oh, my goodness.
That was hilarious, man. Unbelievable.
But, yeah, like I said, going back in time, like you, Bobby, you got to meet the original Black Sabbath at Harmony House for free.
Yeah, in Taylor.
You didn't pay nothing, right?
No, I did have to wait, a little 4+ hours probably.
So?
But it was exciting. There's I don't know, when you pay for it, it's not the same. You can't walk around bragging like, oh, I met someone. Because you didn't do anything. You didn't run into them randomly. You didn't wait.
Right.
I mean, you might have waited, but you paid. You know what I
right.
mean? It's like,
right. Right.
I don't know. I just grew up where, there were meet and greets were free.
I have a real hard time thinking, who would I do a meet and greet with to pay? And I really can't say. I don't know if do you guys have anyone that you would just say, you know what? I mean,
I have not on a personal level that I would want to meet and pay for, but I would go see their concert or something like that. But paying to meet them,
to do that,
I know,
Huck.
but that's as far as I'm going to go. You know what I mean?
So you're saying there's nobody, no artist that you'd pay to meet?
No.
I would have paid to meet Prince.
No.
In a heartbeat. No problem.
Really?
No.
I don't think I would have paid to see Prince or Michael Jackson just to meet them.
Oh, well.
I don't know. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
Not saying nothing's wrong with it.
No doubt. I mean, did you ever pay to meet someone at Comic-Con?
Never.
That you can remember or anything? I don't. Oh, you know what? I did. I take that back. Me and my ex-wife and our granddaughter and Carlito and Savannah, they're just little kids, all little kids. And Lou Ferrigno was there. And Carlito automatically, he doesn't say, oh, wow, the Incredible Hulk. He says, Doug Heffernan's neighbor.
Doug Heffernan, that's what he
King
knows
of
him
Queens,
from.
yeah. And so, of course, I went and we paid for the Polaroid. This was Polaroids back then.
Mm-hmm.
We paid for the Polaroid, and I think it was $25.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's pretty cool with the whole family.
Yeah,
So that's cool. You know, I'm not saying anything's wrong with doing that.
Well,
you know, I came from a time when the conventions were just all comics. There were no cosplay,
right,
things like that.
Right.
And so I saw it evolve over the years.
Right.
In Detroit, they had it was called StarCon.
Okay.
It was a mixture between Star Trek and comic books.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't until years later that Motor City Comic Con came along and people started having tables like that.
Right.
You know, before it would just be a comic book artist, one
right
at the conventions. You know, but
and
then
now,
it's
and
just
now,
huge.
And now there's multiple conventions.
Oh, man, I went to one in Seattle, man.
Yeah, and I'm just talking about in the area.
Yeah,
like,
Dragon. I mean, but every state.
Dragon
Atlanta,
Con. I've been there to Atlanta.
Yeah,
that was fun. I had
Emerald City Comic Con. That's the one I went to in Seattle with Brandon.
We for a little while there, myself and Jump Steady, we were on tour at the Comic Cons. And we'd bring the merch and we'd bring these games and we'd play with the Juggalos and they would win free merch and stuff. And, you know, we'd sign autographs and take pictures, man. So we were following Wizard World. So we were in Philadelphia. We were in Chicago. We were in Seattle. I mean, that van went everywhere. And so much fun, man. You know, I really do enjoy going to those, even just to people watch.
Right. I foresee, you know, within the next couple years or so that I'll probably have a table at Comic-Con. Not a table, but my comics.
Yeah, I
like
got
a
you.
vendor.
Yeah.
You know, because over 20,000, you know, it's time to go. You know, and it'll be fun, too.
Exactly.
You know, I used to do it in the late 70s. We used to sell comics at the first Comic-Cons.
Really?
You know, and oh my goodness.
That was a rough one there, guys.
But we had a few tables in Dearborn. I can't remember the name of the Comic Cons off the top.
Right.
Fantastic Con, maybe. There used to be a place called Sansuchi Hall.
Okay.
And we had our table there and sold comics. So, yeah, in the late 70s.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Very cool.
When it was all pretty new.
You know, speaking of meet and greets and getting to meet legends for absolutely free. Absolutely free. Well, not absolutely free. You must purchase a ticket for the one and only screening of I Like to Hurt People on Saturday, November the 7th. Michigan wrestling will not be the same. I'm telling you right now, because we are bringing in the legends. You think about when you were a kid watching wrestling here in Detroit or going to the local shows here in Detroit and all of your favorite heroes. Think of them, because we are going to start dropping names very soon of the guests who are going to be at the I Like to Hurt People movie premiere on the big screen. There'll be vendors. There will be meet and greets. There will be live podcast. There will be so much more. You do not, please mark your calendars right now. Mark them right now, because when we start dropping these names, you're going to be like, oh my God, what?
That's for sure. I just finished texting somebody that we should be able to announce very soon. And somebody that's near and dear to our hearts in IBW. But like you said, I'll wait to drop the names. But yeah, man, we've been talking to a lot of people. It's going to be some big surprises. Wrestling, of course, wrestling.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And, man, I Like to Hurt People, and the significance here in Detroit, because that was built around big-time wrestling.
Right.
And most of the footage, I won't say all of it, is from Detroit's Cobo Arena and WGPR right here in
GPR
Detroit
Studios,
on
yes,
Jefferson,
yes.
which we visited not long ago.
Indeed, we did.
Which was the home of Big Time Wrestling, their
Yes.
TV station for a long time on Channel 62.
Yes.
And you can see it on I Like to Hurt People. You see the logo for the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And Andre the Giant's doing a big splash. Not to give away the movie, but
Right.
just to give you a little insight to what you'll see. You'll see what Detroit wrestling was all about, really.
Indeed.
And this took place in the later 70s, so the early part of Big Time Wrestling isn't included. But you'll see a lot of names that you'll recognize on I Like to Hurt People.
Indeed, you know it, man, and it's going to be an exciting night. It's going to be an all-day event, by the way. Make sure you mark your calendars. We will have ticket information. We will have all that stuff coming up real shortly. And like I said, we are going to start dropping names, and they're going to be, it's exciting. I'm really excited for this event. Huck, I'm telling you, brother, we're pulling out all the stops on this one.
Let me tell you something, rude boy. Eddie Creechman is coming for you. I'm coming, and I'm coming for my people. My people.
You got to leave this Motor City. You gotta go.
You're making me crazy.
I love Eddie Creechman. By the way, I would like to send a very special shout out to David Cortez, who is listening to us in Saginaw. And man, he had some really cool things to say. He mentioned, because I don't know if you've heard, but there was going to be a 250 celebration of the United States of America concert.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be, in Washington at the monument. And all of a sudden, all of the names
started
pulling out.
I did hear about that just recently. Yeah.
They were sold. It was going to be a celebration of America,
United States,
right?
The history,
and it was a bipartisan one for the Donald Trump.
Oh no!
This was going to be his big party.
Celebrating him,
right?
Oh no!
And so little by little, Morris Day and the Time gone, Commodores gone. What's the name? Martina McBride gone. Brett Michaels gone. Yeah, the only one who stuck around,
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock wasn't even invited.
He wasn't even on the show.
They were like, man, you don't even sell tickets, bro. We got to bring Morris Day instead. But
I heard they got Milli Vanilli.
They backed out.
Yes, Millie.
So it's a new Milli Vanilli?
No, it's just one guy. And let me tell you something. I don't want to get too sidetracked.
Yeah.
But I recommend you watch Girl, You Know It's True, the Milli Vanilli documentary it's on Tubi right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, man. That guy went through singing lessons.
I think I saw
He's
it.
really
Because it's not new, is it?
No, it's like
I did see it.
a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he going through singing lessons. And by the way, he sounds all okay.
Okay.
He sounds okay. Does he sound great? No.
Mm-hmm.
But he sounds
by.
better than, and you know what? He is the face of Milli Vanilli. The other guy's gone, of course. Rest in peace. But he even said, man, you couldn't even get Milli Vanilli to hang out.
Right.
But who they did get to hang out, and it breaks my heart to say this, man, because I consider him a friend. And now, man, I don't know, is Vanilla Ice.
Mm.
And
he's going to do a signature jam for Donald Trump.
He's been doing it for him.
Wow.
He's been to Mar-a-Lago a bunch of times. And I was like, man, Oh man, that just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, for real? Like you co-sign on his
Right,
bullshit?
right.
You know. Anywho, so David also asked this question. Since we're talking about this, what would be your ultimate? Now check this out. You got to pick 5 bands or artists.
God.
Only alive. You can't go back and say Jimi Hendrix and Prince.
No.
Our ultimate concert alive is what you're asking for with 5.
5. So this is
I'm gonna
Bob
fail
Fest,
hard.
Bobby Roxxx Fest, A.T. Huck Fest.
I'm
Rude
gonna
Boy
fail
Fest.
hard, but I'm gonna try.
Really quick though, but while we're on it, I just want to know what you think about Donald Trump's UFC thing. I think that's some corny. It feels disgraceful to the White House that he's got this giant UFC ring. It looks.
Let me say this. Let me say this, and I hope everybody.
I'm not against UFC.
No. But let me say this. I hope you got your ears open, everybody, when I say what I'm about to say. Don't be a bitch who sits around and says, fuck Donald Trump, but yet you will watch that UFC shit because it's UFC. That's his birthday. You're gonna support that shit?
I don't even know about it, man. What's happening?
They're having a fight at the White House. The UFC.
Didn't even know about it. Really?
Yeah, and they built this crazy. They built this crazy.
Do you stay
thing
high, brother?
It seems like
and
it.
like,
I don't even know about this.
I don't know. I just feel like America is supposed to be respected as a unit, and when you put combat sports, and I like combat sports, but you put it at the White House, it just seems corny.
He's an egomaniac, man. Come on.
Well, and listen to this. It came out just a couple days ago that he had to invite the military to come out because the tickets were not selling. They couldn't sell the 3,000 tickets to sit in the Rose Garden to watch.
So he's using them as seat fillers?
Seat fillers. That's what he's doing. He's using them as seat fillers. And
could you imagine if Barack had done this kind of stuff, man?
Man, look, he tore down half of the White House.
Right.
He's putting in a ballroom. Like, what?
Barack put up a concert theater right there.
I think the only thing Barack did was a basketball court. I think
What's wrong with that?
Court,
Nothing's wrong with that. And you know what? If the ballroom was something people wanted, it'd be different. But it's just his idea,
right?
And
more opulence shit. That's
shoving it down.
And the thing is, look, I don't want to get on the Donald Trump thing.
Yeah, because we could go deep.
For real, I really don't, and I don't have the energy to spend on this cat no more.
Nor should our listeners.
Like real talk, you know. You're speaking of real talk, but I would like to say this in closing on that is that when does the people of America get upset for that one and only almighty freedom of speech? Why is Stephen Colbert losing his job? Why is the guys from 60 Minutes losing their jobs? You're letting this man dictate what you want and what he wants on your networks? I mean, come on, man. It's enough is enough.
Yeah, feuding back and forth with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
You know,
like, come on, man.
Jimmy be
president.
railing on him though.
You are the president of the United States of America. That means you got bigger fish to fry than Jimmy Kimmel.
He doesn't realize that what kind of laughing stock he is, though. You know, everybody's laughing at him.
Agreed.
Everybody around the world.
Agreed.
It's like, look at this idiot.
Right.
But
anyways,
once again, let's
move on.
I
about
got
to
a
go deep again.
question for AT.
Yes, boom, boom, boy. Hey, but you guys
Not
got
about
your
this.
bands?
I'm working
Is that
on
for
it.
next episode?
I'm working on it, but this
I
is
know.
about the meet and greets. I thought of his celebrity that I want
I
to
would
know what
pay?
your price is. Cardi B.
Ooh.
Oh.
What my price is?
Yeah,
Megan.
she only wants $100. Are you paying and
What
waiting
do I
in
get to
line,
do? What do I get to do?
You get to meet her.
Hopefully
Just
not
to
get
meet
a
her?
PTO.
Well, if you got game, you can do whatever you want.
That's what I was gonna say
If
earlier.
you got game, if you were like Rudy Hill, you'd be.
That's
You
what I
know,
was-
to be honest, and y'all gonna laugh at this.
What's that?
If I were to pay to see somebody and it was a female artist, it'd be Beyonce, man, for me.
Woo.
Yeah, I'd laugh at that.
Yeah, I really like Beyonce.
I think, man.
I've always liked her for some
I
reason.
think she's got a terrible voice, man. I think
Well,
she's got a
that's
terrible voice.
not it for me.
Are we gonna break it down one at
It's
a
just
time
something about her that I've
for the
always
bands?
liked.
Yes,
Yeah.
one at a time. Go, Bobby.
Well, the first band I got on my festival is a band I've never seen. I listened to them a lot when I was younger, a whole hell of a lot. And I got some mixed feelings about them personally, but they still fucking rock Metallica.
All right, man. That's a
And they're
good.
still
That's a
alive.
good start, man. Shit. I mean, think about that, man. Okay, that's your first announcement for your big festival you're having at Belle Isle. You know,
Ooh.
I mean,
That would be awesome.
People still alive? What about if the band's still going?
yeah.
Because that could be a lot of. I could go way back because
Well,
they're still performing.
Get down,
know?
James Brown.
Oh man, but it wouldn't be the same without the original artists. So, let me think. For me, I'd have to say Parliament Funkadelic. I think he's still performing somewhat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic would be part of mine.
Okay, so that again, that's a big announcement.
Mm-hmm.
That's not no man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he brought some bullshit. No, you brought the George Clinton, man.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Okay, now for me, mine's a little different. Because they are both alive still, and they owe it to the fans. My first announcement out of my Rude Boy Fest is going back in the day to the one and only Run DMC and the Place to Be.
Nice.
You know, hey, look, they don't tour. The last tour they did was successful, but you know,
They're still alive.
both of them are still alive, and you know what? That would be a part of my dream festival. Bobby Roxxx, who you got next?
I'm gonna bring in one half of Pink Floyd, or one half of the lead of Pink Floyd. I'm gonna bring in David Gilmour and let him do the Pink Floyd. But fuck Roger Waters, because he went and trashed Ozzy after he died. And who trashes a dead man nowadays? Come on.
Indeed.
Wow.
Indeed. Tell us how you really feel about Roger
Shit.
Waters.
You know what? He's very talented, but he's a fucking asshole.
Well, there you have it. What about you, Mr.? But that is a great one because a lot of people have been wanting him to tour, bro.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
to bring that Pink Floyd energy alive, man. You know, I have a newfound respect for Pink Floyd since getting to know you, Bobby. Seriously.
For sure, I appreciate
You
that.
know, you like, because back in the day, I just didn't care for it. And then when you were like, no, you got to listen to the lyrics and stuff. And, you know, I got high one night and I just kicked back and I listened to Comfortably Numb.
Oh, that's a good one.
And,
That's
and
deep.
I had it on my headphones and it just felt good, man. And again, thank you for
Quickly,
that, man.
I'll
Thank
say
you.
one thing I like about them, and you might say this is about Parliament too, is like Pink Floyd songs run right into the next song. Their whole album, you gotta
Yes.
listen
Has
to
a
the whole
thing,
thing.
right,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And
That's what drew
bands
me
that
into
do that.
Parliament Funkadelic
Yeah,
was
they
the
do
whole
the same
story
thing.
with Sir
Yes.
Nose.
Oh.
You know, that drew a lot of youth in at that time
Indeed.
that started listening to Parliament.
Right.
You know, because they were out before, but they hadn't followed the Sir Nose Devoid of Funk theme song
Gotcha.
and Star Child and all that. You know, so yeah, but
Who's your next pick?
my next one, you know, because I said Parliament Funkadelic, so I'm trying to keep to a certain theme,
Right.
you know, because I wouldn't want to mix certain groups with certain groups. That would be another.
Well, it's a music
You know,
festival.
it
so you can
is-
do whatever you like.
It is. Well, okay, it's a festival, so it's not just all on one stage and one night. It's spread out different times a day.
These are your 5
Yeah.
groups.
I'd have to say, if that's the case, since I don't have to stick with a certain theme, I'd say Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Nice.
Earth, Wind, and Fire would
Earth,
be
Wind, and Fire with Parliament is like a dream come true right
dream
there.
come
Just
true
those
right
two.
there. Right.
Just those two.
I didn't know if they went together on the same night, like, one a headliner over the other.
Well,
I
whatever
would put
way
something
you
else.
want to
But for a
plot
festival,
it.
hey, that's a big weekend right there.
Man, you ain't never lied when you talk about that. You used to do a nice festival every year in Cincinnati. And I won tickets for it on Electrifying Mojo once. And they had the OJs, Tina Marie, the Gap Band. I mean, Cameo. It was like all day. It was called the Cincinnati River Fest, and it still continues today.
Yearly it was big.
Yes, it still
Frankie
continues.
Beverly always there.
Frankie Beverly, yes, I seen him twice. Yes, yeah, and those were the type of festivals like, wow, man, this is really cool. And they tried it once in Detroit, and I was there.
I don't remember.
The headliner was R. Kelly, and it was Nas, Tina Marie, Charlie Wilson, the OJs.
Wow.
All in one show. And I'll tell you what, it was at Comerica Park. When Nas hit the stage, I couldn't wait to see him. I'm a big Nas fan. And it started storming.
Oh, no.
And me and my ex-wife, we were on the main floor right on the field.
Yeah, getting drenched.
Right. And I'm like, oh, man. And he came out and he just kept rocking. And he turned it out. And I just stood there and just rocked out with him. And
you weathered the storm.
I weathered the storm and I had a good time. It was dope. And that very same freaking night, that same very night, fucking R. Kelly is 2 hours late. And then, Comerica has a curfew. So we wait for him, and they're just got this DJ playing over and over. And you're like, come on, man, this is bullshit. And they keep saying, he's on his way, he's on his way.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, so he finally hits the stage, plays 15 minutes, and then they cut the music off. They said curfew.
That's it. Oh.
15 minutes, bro. I was sick to my stomach. I was like, man, you know what? Man, fuck R. Kelly. Until he put out that Chocolate Factory album. Then I was like, damn. And it breaks my heart that son of a gun did what he did, man.
Yeah, he was very talented.
Man, it breaks my fucking heart, man. One of my favorite artists.
Yeah, it's hard to think that you have to think twice or 3 times before you play, I Believe I Can Fly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's R. Kelly. But that was a beautiful song.
It was most indeed was, man. Speaking of beautiful songs and beautiful people, man, rest in peace to the almighty Peebo Bryson. Peebo, man, man, Feel the Fire.
Feel the Fire. That's just what I was about to say, man. He had a great
I'm
voice.
So into you. Oh my goodness. And then he did the Disney movies.
Right. I went to school with his sister.
You did?
Yeah, and he would pick her up from school at Morris Brown in Atlanta.
Okay.
That's where they lived.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd see him come pick her up, and I forgot what type of car, some sports car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was always cool.
Unfortunately, he had a stroke the other day and then died the very next day. I'm happy to say that I got to see him 3 times. And one was a very special night for me because me and my son Rudy, we had been at odds with each other. And I called him up and I said, hey, get ready, man. I'm picking you up. We're going out. So Horace Shetfield Reverend Horace Sheffield, every year hosted a fundraiser at Shane Park. And he'd always bring in 3 artists. And this year, it was Rudy's favorite band, the Stylistics.
Love the Stylistics.
Oh, my goodness, man. There ain't nothing better than a nice, quiet night, a little smoke, and the Stylistics, brother. And then it was Peebo Bryson, who was also on the show, and Harold Melvin's Blue Notes.
Oh, wow.
And, it was a very nice night. It was fun. And Peebo Bryson just stole the show that night. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. And my son didn't know I was taking him there. I just said, get dressed up. So I was dressed up. Boom, here we go. Man, we're going to the Stylistics, Dad. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, we're going to Stylistics. Anyways, my second group that is going to be a part of this kick-ass music fest. You've got Run DMC from the place to be back in the day. Now it's time to ramp it up a little bit with a little Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters.
Woo!
Nice.
Heck yeah, that's good.
Nice.
And they're coming. They're coming. Shit. He's really good.
Let me tell you something. I've seen the Foo Fighters twice. Each time I've blown away. And come hell or high water, I want to be in that building when they come to town. And I know, man, the ticket prices are just ridiculous these days, man, and, fortunately you get sales like the $30 sale they did just recently. And that was all in. There was no service charge or nothing on that, which was really cool. But, man, trying to get these tickets nowadays, geez, are you
crazy?
Anyways, okay. So, Bobby, who do you got next? Come on, man.
1 second to make sure they're alive.
Uh-oh.
Cool. Well, you got to hold them with imagination here. My pick next is we're bringing Phil Collins. But in the middle of the show, Peter Gabriel's going to come out, and they're going to do Genesis tracks, and the whole crowd's going to go nuts.
So why don't you just bring Genesis with them?
Because I want it to be a surprise. People are going to come out to see
but why can't you just have them behind the screen, and then all of a sudden when they come out, then they're all up there? Yeah.
If they're all alive, I only have time to look up Peter Gabriel.
Mike Rutherford, Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins, who is not doing very good these days.
I know. That's why you got to stretch with the imagination here. But
I forget the other guy's name. They're all alive. Yeah. And you know what? One time I got a real quick Genesis story to tell. One time we were in Houston, Texas, for ICP. We were at a really nice, fancy hotel, and we're sitting there, me and Joey, Shaggy, we would always go drinking together. He was my drinking partner, man. We had so much fucking fun. And so
there you go.
And so we'd always go out together, man. And all the other fuddy-duddies on the bus would just be sitting there, whatever. But we'd go shoot pool and just have fun and take over the jukebox, and I miss those days. I miss my buddy, man.
Yeah.
So we're shooting pool, and our tour bus is out front, and 5 tour buses pull up in front of our bus, and I don't pay attention to it. We're shooting pool, we're getting drunk. Fuck it, it's our day off. So all of a sudden, we're sitting in there, and I hear this guy walk in, and he's got this heavy British accent. And you got to understand, at this time I had dreadlocks, and they were purple. And, Shaggy had his hair all crazy. So you knew we were with that tour bus. And so he comes over and he's like, hey, what band are you with? Like I said, with a heavy British accent. And we're like, Insane Clown Posse. And he was like, oh, you guys in town playing? And we're like, yeah, tomorrow we have a show at whatever place it was. And he was like, oh, yeah, tonight we have a show tonight. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, you guys got a show? And so he sits down, and he says, I got to take this call. So he takes the call, and I'm over there, and I'm like, Joey, I know this guy, man. I fucking know this guy. Joey says, man, let's buy him a drink. I said, yeah, let's do that, man. So we bought him a drink, and he was like, thanks, cheers, guys, And I said, you're in town playing? He said, yeah, we're playing the Astrodome.
Yeah. Now you're like, wait a minute.
Right, I'm like, and then he was like, my name's Mike. And I was like, oh, shit, Mike Rutherford, man. Fucking Mike and the Mechanics, fucking Genesis.
Wow.
And it just, I swear, I just so happened in my bunk on the tour bus, I had my Genesis fucking CD. I brought that piece in. I was like, man, I'm a big fan. And he was like, he signed an autograph for it. It was really nice. And, man, this fucking guy was so cool, man. He said, all right, gentlemen, I got to go. Have a great night. Blah, blah, blah. This dude took care of our fucking tab, man.
Oh, wow.
Before he left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The guy was like, man, that gentleman just
because y'all treated him he was just cool.
Exactly. We were, and you know what?
Fanboying out or nothing.
I showed him respect.
Right. You showed him
You
respect.
knew what
Had
you
a
guys
drink.
were, and you knew what he was. So it's like a mutual thing. He
Right.
looked at you
We're
as brothers.
working. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We're all
You guys
working.
are out on the road touring. And I'm sure he remembers the days before he was playing Astrodome.
Exactly.
So, is it on me?
It is on you,
It's on
sir,
me.
for number 3.
I'm going deep on this one. He's still alive. I don't know what his performing capabilities are right now, but he's one of the most legendary artists of all time, and that would have to be Stevie Wonder.
Indeed,
A music
man.
festival with Stevie Wonder.
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and fucking Parliament? What the? What? Oh, my God, man.
That would be a crazy festival. That would be thousands of people. He would think.
Come on, of course. I mean, really, Okay, so that brings me to my pick here. Now, my pick, people may not, they may say, well, I mean, yeah, that's cool. But my pick for the third spot on Rude Boy Fest is The Revolution of Prince and the Revolution. Now, see the enthusiasm in the room? But I think, they bring a certain kind of magic, to this festival. And again,
Oh, they would definitely throw down for
turn it
sure,
out.
without a doubt. I mean, that was a talented group of people, and the original ones. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that would be something to hear. Do they do their own music, or do they just...
No, they just do Prince.
Do they have somebody in Prince's place? Andre Simone or something like that?
They rotate, like Stokely from Mint Condition.
Okay.
he does it, and then Andre Simone does it.
Okay.
So you're not.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah, it varies.
Okay.
When I seen him with Stokely.
Okay.
And that cat turned it out.
Killed
he
it.
Turned it out, and man, I was choked up watching the Revolution without Prince. Man, it was mind blowing. It was at the Majestic Theater too, and it was pretty cool. But anyways, yeah. So Bobby, man, your fourth pick for your festival.
So I got the rock festival, but we are gonna mix some rap in there, and I'm gonna bring in the first rap I seen live, and still probably the best. And it might be, your opinion might differ, but he was amazing when I saw him, and it's Ice Cube.
Oh man, you know what? That's a great one, man.
Fuck yeah.
That is
so
a great
good.
one.
I was like, wow, this is a great concert, and it really just changed my perspective on rap concerts. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It was
right. Yeah, you can't ask for nothing better than Ice Cube, man. And when he played The Gathering of the Juggalos, man, I was so happy just to watch him and to see the Juggalos show respect to this legend as they should.
For sure. I got to see him, twice. Once when he opened with Korn back in the day, and that was at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And he had this, giant head on stage with a top hat, and it was a DJ stand, and it was powerful. He did Ghetto
That was
Vet.
the Family Values tour.
Yeah, and he did the Ghetto Vet. He came out in the wheelchair. There was a lot of. It was just so good, and he really killed it.
That's so.
And I did get to see him when he did the basketball tour. Do you know, he's involved with a basketball?
Oh
team?
yeah. The 3-on-3.
And they were doing a
deal,
promotion tour, and I'm friends with King Gordy, and he was like, "You want to go to this Ice Cube thing?" And I was like, "Sure, fuck it," you know what I mean? And, Ice Cube was like, "I'm not just gonna sit around." He was like, "DJ, play some of my music," and he fucking did a little fucking show there, and we were just.
Wow.
I mean, if you can find it on YouTube, I'm on the stage, standing against the back wall, just trying to stay out of the fucking way.
That's cool.
Well,
man.
here, I'm going to piggyback off you a little bit. I got a little further away from the mic. And I think they're all alive. I do have a replacement killer, so to speak, to take this deceased member's place. But I would have the reunion of the NWA. Ice Cube, Dr. Dre. I'd have Snoop in Eazy-E's place. So I'd have
Really?
a NWA reunion.
Snoop?
Yeah.
Why not Eazy Jr.?
I don't know him.
Little Easy.
I don't know him like
Easy,
that.
man.
That
Ooh.
was just my thoughts because that's who I know.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
of
they
course.
did do that once. They
They did. I
a new
went to it.
song, and
I went to. I seen it at Joe Louis Arena, and Eminem was on. It was the Up in Smoke tour, and Eminem was on it. This was when he was, on top of the fucking globe, and he came out with Blow Up Dolls of ICP and shit. And of course, I was draped in my ICP shit. But anyways, proudly, by the way, but they turned it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking turned it out, man.
That'd be a big weekend, man.
There's no denying that. I mean, none whatsoever at all.
Right. I
Now-
mean the innovators of gangster rap,
Yes, indeed.
Snoop
So
Dogg's
we
a
had
good
the
concert.
revolution.
Huh?
Snoop Dogg's good in concert.
Yeah.
So
I
we
saw him
have-
a few years ago.
So we have the revolution, and we have the Foo Fighters, and of course we got Run DMC.
in the place to
Now it is time to drop another bomb, and this bomb is a fucking bomb. Of course, man, I'm talking about the multi-talented one and only Lenny Kravitz.
be. Nice. I love Lenny Kravitz, man.
That's good. Yeah.
I'd want to get away.
And he's not oversaturated, too. You don't see him on everywhere. So
But,
it's
Lenny, he had that style influence from Prince.
Yes.
You know, you can see that influence in him a lot, even early on.
You know, I would love to hear, because
They were on stage together several times.
him and Prince recorded some shit that Lenny Kravitz has put away that he said
Never
no one will
released?
ever hear.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, man, I would
Why?
do anything to hear that shit,
Hell yeah.
man, you know, because I know those two talents.
You know they vibed, man.
Oh, man. Hey, man, one of the greatest records of all time, It Ain't Over Till It's Over.
Right.
Man, come on. He brought it with that 70s style.
Oh, one of my favorites is Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Oh, yeah.
I love
That's
that.
a jam, man.
Got to know.
Bobby, who is headlining your beautiful fest over there?
Well, they rock, and I know you're not a big fan of them, but I know that you may have a better opinion of them because of me too, but they're going to play it, and it's not the original singer, but he does a fucking great job, especially now that they fixed his ear. I'm going to bring in AC/DC. I've never seen
I like
them,
AC/DC.
and I know they rock. And Brian Johnson, he recently got his ear, like he had an ear problem that caused him to have to step back. And but he's back in.
Man, they used to go hard, man. What was his name? Angus? What was his name?
Angus Young.
Angus Young.
Yeah, he plays guitar. And
Right.
originally they had a singer, Bon Scott, and then, you know, he passed away. And they were one of those bands that, you know, they did not let that stop them.
Right.
But yeah, they rock. They're a stadium
Yeah, I
band
love
for
them,
sure.
man. Great.
That's a really good concert, man. That's
Wow.
a really good fucking concert.
Wow.
For real,
yeah.
man. I would love to see something like that, man. Magic.
Nice little mix. Not everyone's the same, you know.
Exactly. You know,
A little bit for everyone.
Mr.
I'm hoping this pick that they're alive and still would be a functioning band. You'll probably know more than me, but I fell in love with them back when we were doing Cruising the Barrio. And I was doing the biographies every week on different artists. And a lot of stuff, it was my first time learning it. So I researched and listened to the music. And some of it I knew and some of it I remember. Some of it I remember really well.
Yeah.
But I just fell in love with Chicago.
Oh, man. Chicago.
I fell in love with Chicago.
I felt like you were going to say that. I swear.
You knew it because you heard me say that before.
You did say that several times. And the thing is Chicago is brilliant, man.
Yes.
That horn section.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they're
I hate.
I mean, a great band and, you know, the ups and downs in the songs and, you know, man, old days, man. I listen to that and I picture it, you know?
Yes.
And I picture it, you know, and I sat there night after night listening to that over and over.
It's a great song.
Great song.
Great
you know?
song.
Yeah,
man. My
but
goodness.
Chicago, man, that would be great for me.
Chicago,
Now I
man.
know what
so
I'm listening
you
to
got
tonight.
you got a really great concert.
Huge.
Man. You know, that's a big budget.
It is.
Okay, so that leads me right here to myself right here. And let me tell you something. This was not an easy pick at all. I mean, just, you know, out of the thousands and thousands of bands and groups and artists and whatnot. But for I wouldn't even say headlining, but as a part of the show, for me, which, you know, look, these guys, they only have 2 members left. And they're one of the greatest rock bands of all time. And they're from Canada, and they are the Great Rush.
Rush. Okay.
And look, like you said, a mixture of, you know, because like I didn't go too far off the grid, but like you did, you didn't go too far off the grid.
Except with
all.
NWA.
NWA,
You know,
but even so, man,
different genre altogether.
anyone 40 and over is going to enjoy
Exactly.
NWA.
Exactly. They
You
should.
know?
You would think.
Exactly. And you know, Bobby, you got your vibe that's like, I love that it's a little bit of everything, much like mine. And so there you have it, David, man.
I think I kind of went legendary.
Yes.
With a lot of my stuff.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Huck Fest, Rude Fest, and Roxxx Fest.
Let's make it happen. Send us donations, everybody. All right, hey, we're going to put a bow on this episode of the one and only Great Real Talk. And we'd like to thank you guys for joining us, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bobby, anybody you want to say thanks, goodbye, and all that good stuff too?
Every one of our listeners, I do appreciate it. We have fun making the show. It's always good to be back in the booth, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. But send your questions. We still have mywrestlingquestion@gmail.com. So if you got a question, just send it over there. We'll get it, and we'll bring it. It doesn't have to be about wrestling, or it could be. Why don't you surprise us?
Indeed. Mr. A.T. Huck, what a great show. And
great show, man. We went all over the place, as we always do. Once again, we have no script. Everything we talk about on Real Talk is coming right from our mouths as we speak. We're not looking at teleprompters. We don't have anything written down. We didn't talk about it the day before. We didn't talk about it the night before. This is all coming right from our minds right now, here and now. And I want to thank everybody who tunes in. Sometimes we, aren't here, but we always come back. As long as you make that comeback, you got a hot match. And that's what we are. We're the hot tag team, Rude Boy and A.T. Huck.
we try our best.
We try our best. Got a lot of wrestling coming up. And we didn't even talk about wrestling on this show. But that's awesome. But next time we'll talk a little bit of wrestling. I got some things I want to talk about. And just keep tuning in, and I love you.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you guys for joining us, man, for real. It really makes me, it really warms my heart. Shout out to all of our friends and family out there listening around the globe. Tell a friend. Let a friend or a family member know, hey, man, these guys are pretty entertaining, if you find us entertaining. I hope you do. With that being said, thank you again. Thanks for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to join us, and we're thankful. Now, with that being said, you know how we do it. Yes, indeed. Everybody stand and say it together. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Be good to one another. Take care of one another. And always remember to praise God above.
Peace.